What's going on, people, and welcome back to Horror Corner 90. Today I've got the World Trade Center film from 2006, directed by Oliver Stone. Obviously this is like a tribute and reenactment of the 9/11 attacks. Nicolas Cage is the star lead in this film. There's a few faces in there I've recognised from other films, but I wouldn't be able to name them off the top of my head. Like, there was a good use of CGI in this to recreate the towers, and it looked quite realistic. I thought that was very well done. I give it props for that. I felt like the acting in the main of the film was pretty good, like decent at most. Felt like for a tribute and reenactment of the events of that day, and like such a monumental and unforgettable day, I felt like the film lacked in that aspect, because it's kind of based, most of the film is kind of based in one scenario and one setting, one scene. You get the occasional drop out onto another scene from like people at home and stuff, but it's more so of like the firefighters in this film trapped in one location. And I feel like I would have preferred the film if it had like the firefighters and just other people in the film in that building, different scenes from different floors and stuff like that, instead of just a trapped location. I felt like it could have been better in that sense. I felt like the actresses and actors that played the family members of the firefighters were a lot more believable, and I feel like you got a better sense of reality from them than you did from the likes of Nicolas Cage and the other firefighters. That was a bit weird, but I felt like the family members portrayed that day well in terms of how they acted in the film. Overall, I think it's an okay film. I like the fact that they try to do like a tribute film and a reenactment as a sort of mix. I just feel like they could have done a lot better with it, and I felt like that moment in history and like time deserved better than this film kind of produced in the end. I mean, it's better than having no sort of tribute to that or reenactment of it in a film sense, but I feel like it didn't really hit how I was hoping it to. I mean, even like the film poster and that, I think it looks good, it looks promising in terms of like captivating, and for anyone that have seen the true events of this and watched the real stuff, I think it would pull you in to watch the film if you haven't already, to see how they relate to what really happened and stuff. And like I said, I would have preferred it if there was a bit more from different things that day. I feel like the build up to before the impacts of the planes, like the opening sort of, I'd say 20 minutes of the film, I enjoyed more than the rest of the film, when it should kind of be the other way around in terms of that gripping and captivating side of it. When it's all going down, you should be more invested in it then, and I felt like I was more invested in it the build up to it. So in that sense, it did let me down. I wish they could have done better, because I feel like it deserves better. Nicolas Cage is the main, he's okay, but there was something off about him in this that I didn't fully believe it. I felt like his supporting cast firefighters in this were, like, the actors were more believable than he was in a sense. So yeah, a bit of a mix in this one. Letterboxd rating, I give it a 2 out of 5. I know this isn't classed as horror, but it is a psychological thriller, and it was horrific, those events that happened in real life anyway. And this channel as well, it's going to be a horror channel, but I will be here and there doing reviews. I have like a separate playlist on this channel for non-horror related films as well, because I want to do film reviews, not just horror. So there will be a separate playlist for non-horror, just to let you know, on this channel as well. It could have been a lot better, but at least we have something in terms of a film adaptation of true events. So World Trade Center from 2006, directed by Oliver Stone. Not great. Would I recommend it? It's worth checking out, just in terms of if you think it relates more to what happened, based off a true story, of course, and how it relates to that. But you might enjoy it more than I did. I feel like it could have kind of captivated and pulled you in more than it did. So yeah, maybe check it out. You might enjoy it, but I was a bit let down by it. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.